Is there actually a realistic scenario that Tottenham Hotspur, that have a nuclear warhead as their stadium, gets relegated? This is scary. Read it and weep. So Frank has been sacked. Obviously, I don't know why it took this long. Although they are through to the UCL knockout somehow, but fixture tax. 38 games in all competitions, 13 wins. Hey, 11 draws, 14 losses. I'm going to show you the league very soon, but 14 losses. I'm sorry, it is unacceptable. Unacceptable because I just don't know where the disconnect happened. Big Ange lives. The Ange lives. Because based on what he did with Brentford and how well he did with Brentford, I believe he promoted Brentford. You think that's okay with more spending power and with better players? Oh, he would do better. But this has been a cataclysmic, abject, total failure. But I think it's bigger than your boy Frank. Because you look at the acquisition, look at how the lack of spending over previous years, not just once, but over previous years under your boy Levy, and you saw how they almost just about escaped relegation last season. I think they finished just above the relegation zone last season. We'll check that. Obviously, winning the Europa League, big says was up, and now they're struggling yet again. But they're through to the UCL. So this truly is a cup team in the worst way, where they won a Europa League, they finished top 8 in the UCL, but for 2 successive seasons, these guys are fighting relegation. I mean, it's scary, but and you see, if you're, let's say, if you're big, I mean, if you're your boy thingy, if you're your boy Thomas Frank, you can't complain. You can't complain because I think Thomas Frank, like I think in his final press conference, he was defiant, like, "Oh no, I'm here 1,000% sure." That's because you want to put foot on the table. But if Thomas Frank just takes a few steps back, well done for finishing top 8 in the UCL. Again, fixture tax. But when you just look at how bad they've been in this league, it is scary, it's unacceptable, and it's effed up. And I'm going to come back to this afterwards. Because in my mind, I say Tottenham is too big to go down. They're too well known of a team to go down. If you live in London, like I sometimes do, you either find Arsenal fans or Tottenham fans, sometimes Chelsea fans. Although I went to like this my local store where I buy my nuts from, no deep pause. And like obviously there's a black guy who walked there and I was like, "Are you an Arsenal fan?" I was like, no, Chelsea. I was like, I dapped him. I was like, bro, we are like freaking unicorns. I'm like, I actually met another Chelsea fan. Like the black Chelsea fan is a rarity, but if you live in London and you meet a guy who's black, most likely an Arsenal fan, then next a Tottenham fan, and then on the very rare occasion, potentially a Chelsea fan. But it's mostly Arsenal fans or Tottenham fans if you see black guys there. And if you're in North London, it's Arsenal. That's Arsenal. But that's Arsenal only. But if you just meet a Londoner who is black, most likely Arsenal, then Tottenham, then okay, then Chelsea. Because remember, a guy who I used to go to school with, my Ghanaian guy called Bena, man. I went to UCL with him. Massive Tottenham fan, and I need to actually text him to ask him like what he's doing with it. And again, oh no. Sorry, no. Shout out to my guy Sharif. No, he's a QPR fan. Now that's even rare. No, my guy Sharif is a QPR fan. But my other friend Des is an Arsenal fan. So that's the thing. All right, let's look at this, man. So you can see that Tottenham. So Tottenham, 26 games played, 7 wins, 8 draws, 11 losses. These clowns are on 29 points. These clowns are on 29 freaking points. So you have Forest who played today on 26 points. West Ham cruelly could have that. It could be 3 points if West Ham just held on, and your boy says didn't score. They could have held on. So West Ham on 24 points. So these guys are 5 points from the relegation. They're 5 points from the relegation zone, and Tottenham in the last 5 games they're not won. Oh, and I believe the next game is Arsenal. So hold on, let's even look at their fixtures. So if you look at Tottenham's fixtures, bruh. So it's Arsenal. Wait, hold on. Let me just make this so you guys can see. What the hell? There you go. No, there we go. Sorry. There we go. There we go. So you guys can see the date. So if you look at this right now, so they play Arsenal, Fulham away, Palace at home, which they're crapping, Liverpool away. Then that game against Forest is huge. Sunderland away, Brighton. So my thing though is, it depends who takes over. And have a name, and you know which name it is. Have a name for who they take over. But look, if you look at this, bro, whoever takes over, they're not beating Arsenal. They're not, because Arsenal need to win that game. They're not great at home. They're not beating Arsenal. Although this is where it gets dangerous. New manager bounce. So that new manager bounce could F up Arsenal. And they definitely want a response. Because as much as that is a must win, it's a must win. It's a London derby. It's a must win. But it's a must win for us because they're trying to go for a title and City are 6 points behind them. And it's a must win for Tottenham because these guys don't want to be relegated. But if you look at those games, it's tricky. Now, here's my thing. So I wanted to show you. So I think, yes, home. So this is the home table. Tottenham are 18th. Think about that. This is a so-called top 6 club. And in their home form, these clowns are 18th. So they're 18th. So let me just zoom that a bit for you guys, man. Oops. There we go. So these clowns are 18th. So obviously 13 games played. They've only won twice at home. Drawn 4. Do you know what it means? Where you have your stadium is a nuclear warhead. It's a nuclear warhead, and you've lost 7 times at home. So you've paid your hard-earned money to go and watch your team, Tottenham, go and play, and you've seen them in your house get pissed up 7 times. That's insanity. I'm sorry, there's no other way to look around it. That is literally insanity. That's madness. So yeah, bruh, it's. I'll be real with you, man. I mean, I'll be real with you. Let me know. I'll keep it a stack. So the question is, let's even go back to the regular table, man. So the question is this: judging from here, the issue though is that guys, West Ham are on good form, and West Ham were 2 or 3 minutes away from beating United, who are still on the only unbeaten team in 2026. I believe. I'm not sure. I believe. But if the way West Ham the only thing for Tottenham is the new manager bounce. But judging by this table, judging by their form, Tottenham, guys, hold up. Let me show you a little something here again. So I wanted to show you the form table. So Tottenham, 3 L's, 2 draws. Tottenham have the worst form alongside Wolves, who are last, because everyone else obviously Burnley 3 draws, 2 L's. And okay, if you go up, but Tottenham in the last 5 games, Tottenham's form is the same as the Cubs, who are bottom of the freaking table and are already pretty much relegated. I mean, that frightening. Absolutely frightening. So look, man. Because you see, in my okay, here's the thing. Because before I get to the last thing, so my view here is this. Is that was about my view here is this. Um, I think that honestly speaking, I say Tottenham are too big to go down. That's my mantra. But then, if you told me Newcastle United would go down, I would believe you. It's happened. It's happened. When Newcastle went down, I was like, wait, Newcastle United? A team of that stature went down? So once that happened, I was like, okay, bro. So you can never be too big to go down. If Newcastle can go down, Tottenham can go down. Anybody can go down. Pick up the phone, call Sam Allardyce. Pick up the phone, call Sam Allardyce, and let him cook. Because when you're in this relegation zone, it's not time to look pretty or look cool or be fancy. This is a relegation dogfight. And there's only one man for the job. It's Sam Allardyce. Route 1, Brexit, Churchill, reform. There's no time for tiki-taka or Gegenpress or possession. There's only time for reform ball. The only way Tottenham gets through this is reform ball. Work hard, run hard, defend like crazy, route 1, get it in the mixer, get those points. Get it wrong when need be, get those points in the ugliest, good way possible. That's the only way that Tottenham gets saved. Betting man, I believe that West Ham, Burnley, and Wolves go down. And I think Tottenham just about to make it. That's just my viewpoint because I cannot imagine a scenario where a team with one of the most modern stadiums in the world are in the damn championship. But again, in life, stranger things have happened, man.